I remember leaving the Christmas party, getting back to my apartment and just crying. And my roommate is like, why are you crying? I'm like, why is everything so hard for me? Like, you hear about people getting properties and they get money back at the table, or they have to put nothing down. I gotta work for every single thing I do. Like, how come it can't be easy for me? Realtor called me the next day. She's like, your offer was accepted. I said, oh my God, I gotta come up with this money, because everybody was denying.
You probably
I
ain't had to come up with this money. What they say, fear is false evidence appearing real. So if I'm always afraid, or if I allow fear to stop me from what I'm supposed to be doing, I ain't gonna get to my purpose.
Yeah.
My purpose is more important than anything else.
Yeah.
That's for real.
Jimmy! Lights, camera, action. Some people thought I quit and I ain't giving satisfaction. From a different era, writing rhymes up on napkins. What you had to say was more important, man, than trapping. Yeah, I'm talking back and speaking of contemporary. Gotta spit the truth for the lies they attempt to bury. Why we always make the music.
What's good, family, and welcome to another episode of Jimmy Bond's Podcast, right here on Philadelphia Radio TV, right here from the Philadelphia Radio Studios on City Avenue. Welcome, family. Welcome. Remember, you can call us with your comments or your questions at 267-289-2515. Again, that's 267-289-2515. You can also email us at jimmybondspodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's jimmybondspodcast@gmail.com. That's JIMMYBONDS podcast@gmail.com. Also, family, make sure you follow us on Instagram at Jimmy Bonds Podcast, on TikTok at Jimmy Bonds Podcast, and make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe to our Jimmy Bonds Podcast subs channel. Make sure you get there, do that thing. Let's get it. But family, I want to thank y'all for joining us. Every time y'all join it, take a watch, take a look, take a view. It helps us, it supports us, so we greatly appreciate you. But I'm here today continuing our Black Woman Experience series we're doing. And luckily, I'm here with our next door company neighbor, our business neighbor. I'm so glad she's here. What's good? How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, I'm glad you're here too. I remember I sent it to your office like, yo, you want to come on? You was like, yeah, I want to come on. What's good? I was like, all right, cool. Let's get it.
That's how I sound?
No, you don't sound like that. You don't sound like that. I can't do an impression of you that would do you justice. None at all. But family, I got to tell you, our guest today is a young lady who has done a lot of things in her career. I like to say she is extremely important to our community because she helps a lot of people build wealth, understand their taxes, as well as starting businesses. Yeah. Is that right?
It is.
Our guest today is someone who has made it her mission to close gaps. Joining us today is the lovely Miss Khadija Bingham from Money Honey Financial. I got to tell you, I was checking her out of research, doing a little research on her. She be doing her thing. She really is good at this money thing, as we call it, because it's not just taxes. It's not just starting a business. It's the holistic approach to having your business become what you want it to be. Now, with that being said, I like to describe her as focused, resilient, humble, ambitious, trying. And what I mean by trying is, let's get through this, okay? Understanding, patient, creative, substantive, and very smart and intelligent.
I like that. I can't wait till we watch this so I can redo my bio.
Without further ado, welcome Ms. Khadija Bingham of Money Honey Financial. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate you so much. Welcome to the show. Give her a round of applause. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm super excited to be here. I'm so happy that you are not shy and you popped into the office and you said, hey, you want to come on the show? And I'm very happy that I said yes. So I'm looking forward to the conversation.
Well, I'm not a shy person.
I could tell.
I try to hide that sometimes, but I'm not a shy person. But welcome. We talking about the Black Woman Experience. And before we get on that, I wanted to allow you really to share what's going on with not just your business, but right now we're in tax season. Everybody's getting ready for things, refunds, all that good stuff. What are some of the things that need to be known in our community that we're not privy to, some of the resources that you're aware of?
Yeah, for sure. So hi, everyone. Just a little bit background about me. My name is Khadija Bingham. I am a CPA, that's a certified public accountant, and I am the owner and CEO of Money Honey Financial, which is a boutique accounting firm specializing in tax prep, tax planning, and bookkeeping for small businesses and individuals. So right now it's tax season. It is our busy time. We are very busy serving lots of individual clients as well as small businesses. There are a couple of resources out there that I do want to share for our small businesses, especially based in Philadelphia. As a small business owner, I'm learning that being a business owner is difficult and it is very hard. It's very challenging. But there are resources out there to support you through it and won't always be knowing about them. So if you are a small business based in Philadelphia and your revenue is less than $250,000, the city is going to pay for your taxes to get done. And guess what? They're going to pay me to do them too.
That's right. That's right.
So we'll drop the link on where you can find and how you can sign up for that program. The program currently is not enough people have signed up for it. Not enough people know about it. So as long as your business has a Philadelphia address and you've made less than $250,000, you will 100% be getting your tax returns paid for, unless your business is rentals and you're a landlord. They kind of shady about that. But any other type of business, you're good to go. Another resource I want to share with you guys is there's this program called Supply PHL, and it is a program that supports small business owners. They cover small business owners getting back office support. So having an admin, that's huge. Every small business needs an admin because when you're a small business owner, you try and wear every hat. Well, you don't try to, you have to. You're the marketer, you're the admin, you're the person that's doing the work in the business, you're the finance person, you're the accountant. At my office, I'm the person that cleans the toilets. I take out the trash, right? I literally do everything. So having someone there that can support you in your back office function, super important. I think there's a lot of programs out there that will give you education. But when you're busy, you need somebody that's going to take stuff off your plate. So a program like Supply PHL, they invest in the businesses that are a part of them and do just that. So they give you someone that's your admin. I think you get 4 hours of admin a day for 6 months, which is huge. And they also cover your bookkeeping as well. So as a small business, you need to have your books in order. If you want your business to grow, if you want to understand what's happening in your business, if you want to file your taxes accurately, you need bookkeeping. They also pay us to do bookkeeping for the businesses in that program as well. So that is another program that's specific to businesses in Philadelphia. Originally, it started out for businesses in the construction field. So think plumbers, contractors, electricians, because one of their goals is to help those type of businesses get more city contracts. The city is doing a ton of stuff in a lot of improvements, and a lot of that work is going to the big businesses. How is it that we get our smaller businesses to get some of these larger contracts? That's one of the goals of Supply PHL. They also just recently opened it to service-based businesses as well. So before you had to be electrician, plumber, landscaper. Now, you just got to show up and apply. And if they feel like you need the help and if they have the capacity to serve you, you can sign up for a program like that. So those are two things that I recently learned about and that I've become a part of that I think are really helpful because they're not just, let me put you through an accelerator program where I teach you a bunch of stuff. You got to spend time once a week learning from a mentor. These are really action-based things that help small businesses grow.
Yo, you killed that.
Oh, thank you. I've been talking all day.
It's like I didn't know if she had a warm up. She just got on that job. Let me tell you this resource. Let me tell y'all what it is. Let me do what we got. I'm about to make some PSAs for these Joes because she just gave them. Yeah, listen, it is. It's vitally important. It's not even not even to be joking about it. It not being able to have information or being aware of these things can definitely be the detriment to your business.
Yeah, it's so much we don't know about.
Yeah, it is. It's so much. The fact that you're even talking about it. I love doing series on supporting Black businesses, or shall I say, businesses of color, because it's not just about us Black folks, right? I like actually diving into that because that's something I think that's a blind spot in our community.
Yeah.
We talk about what the experience is to be an entrepreneur and that kind of thing, but we really don't talk about what the experience is to be an entrepreneur and how hard it is to find that money. And where is that money? Have you seen it? Write a grant. Did you do grants? Have you tried grants? You know, the people that tell me you should get grants.
Yeah, everybody's trying to get that same one grant.
It's so easy to get the grants. The grants are the easiest thing to get in the world. I have grant writers right here on deck ready to go all the time. No, I didn't write that grant myself.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, I'm telling you just from what you know as experience dealing with small businesses, I can't tell you how many small business owners I've interviewed, and their struggles are beyond what anybody can really talk about, because it's constant, it's every day. It's how do I achieve this goal or really fill this gap or fill this void I have with no resources, with no marketing, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I understand why it's important for somebody like you who's in the money world to have that kind of information for the public. So shout out to Khadija for doing that. Like, that's what I'm saying. She just ran that down, and you need to make that a PSA. That's what you need to do. Because if they're doing that every year, if that's something they're doing like all the time.
So the city program for the free taxes is new. This is the first year. When Sherelle Parker announced it, she announced that she would like for it to be a 5-year program. So I hope it is. But really what my hope is that like the businesses that are eligible year 1 and year 2, hopefully they're not eligible by year 3 because they're making more than $250,000.
That's what you hope.
Right? Like the goal is for our businesses to be growing and then making room for new businesses. So hopefully it's a 5-year program. Supply PHLs, I guess as long as they're run through a nonprofit. So 3 nonprofits support them. The Urban League of Philadelphia, Economy League of Philadelphia, and Enterprise Center. So as long as they're continuing to get funding.
Familiar with all of those.
Yeah, and those are all things that every small business owner in Philadelphia should know about. Y'all should know about the Enterprise Center.
You should know about the Enterprise Center.
You should know about the
Enterprise Center. If you got a business, you should know about the Enterprise Center.
They help with capital too.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
So.
There's a lot of capital. There's a lot of places you can find capital.
Yeah.
You just got to know where to look and who to talk to. You got to know where to look. You got to go shake some hands and show some faces.
Smile at some people.
Smile at some people. Say things that you don't want to say. Be somebody else. You know what I mean? But as a woman of color in this game of finance, you worked someplace that I thought that was interesting. Goldman Sachs.
Yeah.
Because we're continuing our Black woman experience, shout out to all my Black women out there. What's that like for a Black woman walking into this situation? Because that corporate world is different. That's a monster corporate world compared to what regular people are used to. Corporate world at a financial firm is not like walking into, say, I work at the corporate Target place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's a different little monster. So what's that like for you? What was that like? Shall I say?
That's a loaded question, right? So I'll say, how do I even summarize what my experience was like? So I felt like I was being groomed for the opportunity to work at Goldman Sachs. So everything that I did leading up to that put me in position to be able to be there and be successful there. So for me, internships were super important. For me, like, you know how some people in the name brands, like they like Gucci, they like Chanel. I like to be able to say I work with the best of the people. Like I like to say I do the best stuff, right?
For sure.
So internships leading up to Goldman was I interned 3 years at Comcast, one of the largest corporations here, right? Based in Philly. Then I did 2 internships with PwC, one of the largest accounting firms in the country, maybe the world. Then I did an internship with Goldman Sachs. But every one, like 3 for Comcast prepared me for PwC. The 2 for PwC prepared me for Goldman. And then the internship for Goldman is how I was able to get the full-time offer to work at Goldman, right? So like, it wasn't like I just walked into Goldman.
No,
I was being prepared,
you
right?
didn't get online and was like, yo, let me pull out this application.
And the thing is, and I think because I'm a Black woman, I felt like I had to do all of that before I could apply for a place like Goldman. My counterparts that didn't look like me, they just go and they go online. And maybe I could have just went online. But me as a Black woman, I think before we enter those spaces, we feel like we have to be overqualified before we even try. And I think that my journey shows that, right? Like, I would have never applied to Goldman if I didn't have this on my plate, if I didn't start this org at Penn State, if I didn't graduate with this GPA, if I didn't do these things. But I was surrounded by people who like ain't do in college and then was just there. Right? So I think that like
between the lines on that one.
Even just like from the beginning, from the onset, walking into a place like that as a Black woman, you automatically feel like you have to be the best in order for them to even consider you.
Yeah.
So I'll say just like walking in there, I think working in a corporate space in finance as a Black woman is a lot of pressure because you have multiple jobs. My job was not just to go do finance at Goldman. My job was also to go do finance at Goldman, do a good job at finance at Goldman so I can leave the door open for other people. Because if this Black girl from Penn State messed up, you know who they're not going to be looking for to hire no more? No more Black girls from Penn State.
No, probably no more Black girls,
no
period.
more Black girls, period, right?
Yeah.
So it's multiple jobs. Like I have to show up and do multiple jobs when you're in corporate America because it's not just about you. It's about the people that like you're leaving doors open for as well. And I think that like that makes working in any corporate space challenging because that's not what you rated on when it's time to talk about promotions and when they care about the work that you got to do.
Yeah.
Johnny get to just do the work and go home. Khadija got to come there. She got to do the work. She got to do a good job at doing the work. She got to go speak on this panel for these interns. She got to mentor these interns. She got to go to this Black event here and do her job and do it well. And then Johnny might be getting paid more than me.
Most likely he is.
And doing less.
Most likely
Most likely it is. So I think that like those were some of the challenges. I will say that like while I was at Goldman, I was managed really well. I had great managers with the exception of one. But after her, I was managed really well. I had people that poured into me. I loved it there. And I was fortunate enough to have multiple job offers when I left college. I chose Goldman because whenever you would talk to people and you'd be like, why'd you choose to work here? Everybody'd be like, the people. And I'm like, I'm a people person, so I can go work anywhere. Then I interned at Goldman. I said, oh, it's the people, right? Like it was me being surrounded by people that inspired me to be better and like also gave me the tools to do it. And me being surrounded by people who would like, they gave tough feedback, but they also gave the tools for me to do better. It wasn't like you can be better at this, but did not tell me how.
Yeah.
Like they poured into me to help me become a better version of myself, which I'm grateful for.
That's understandable. That's dope.
But then Goldman asked me to stop doing my business on the side. And I chose to do my business instead.
So that's something to be said right there. That's as having that experience, income, all of those things. What made you decide to actually make that choice?
So, because, income is a thing.
You looking like,
income is a thing. All right. So I was always doing Money Honey. Money Honey was just a blog at first. There's some YouTube videos out there of me doing a budget when I'm in college, talking about bank accounts, interviewing professors about stuff. Then I passed the CPA exam. I said, you know what? You can start making some money on the side. Doing the right thing is really important to me. So when we work at a place like Goldman, reputational risk is really important to them. Compliance is really important to them. So you have to report all outside activities. I could have not reported it, but I decided to. I reported it because I'm like, everybody knows about it. My manager knows I do Money Honey. His manager knows I do Money Honey, but compliance ain't know. When compliance found out, they said, girl,
not happening.
You got to shut that down. So, I fought it. I'm like, why? Like, there's no real conflict. Like, Goldman doesn't do taxes for anybody. Like, what's the conflict? So, they said what they said. They made their business. They got to protect their business. And I get it now that I'm a business owner. So I said, okay, I put on a website, like not accepting clients at the time, but then I started making my exit strategy. So I worked really hard at Goldman. I was like, you know what? I'm going to work really hard this year. I'm going to get promoted to VP. So if I ever have to come back, I can come back at VP. Hopefully, because I get promoted to VP, I can get like a big bonus. I was like, and then I'm gonna get a duplex somewhere. Oh, you know what? I'm lying. Wait, let me back it up.
Come on, back it up.
Before I made the decision, there was a lot of reasons why I was thinking to not make the decision or to decide not to leave my job. And at first it was like, damn, Khadija, like you need your job. Like you live in this apartment in New York. How you gonna pay your rent? And I was like, dang, I mean, like you don't have to live in this apartment though. You can go live at home if you wanted to. Oh, like Khadija, you're doing so good at paying down your student loans. You keep paying extra. And I'm like, that's a choice though. You don't have to put extra. I'm like, dang, like I'm choosing to be unhappy right now. And once it clicked to me that I was choosing, like all of the reasons why I felt like I needed the job and I needed the income were all choices that were in my control. I was like, oh, I can't choose to be unhappy. Like the work that I'm doing with Money Honey fills me up. The work that I'm doing at Goldman does not fill me up. It makes me happy that like my mom gets to say my daughter works on Wall Street, but that filled her up, right? Like I needed to do something that filled me up, and Money Honey was it. So then I started making my exit plan, and I was like, I'm just gonna go back to Philly. I'm gonna save up my money. I'm gonna buy a duplex so I can live in one unit, rent out the other, so I can lower my expenses and figure out how this business thing is gonna work. And everything went according to plan. That's how I knew I was doing what I was supposed to do.
Yeah, it don't normally happen like that.
It don't normally happen like that. But when God tell you to do something and you do it, it worked out.
Yeah.
Like I prayed, like I was like, when I was searching for a house, every offer kept getting denied. I was putting in offers at full ass. Deny. Finally, I'm living in New York, searching for a house here in Philly. One property, my ex-boyfriend was supposed to go see it with the realtor. He overslept. I'm like, Mom, can you please go around the corner and look at this property? She goes, she looks at the property. She like, Deej, if I was trying to buy a house, I would buy this. I'm like, all right, put the offer in. So the realtor calls me and she like, Deej, they not accepting FHA. They only accepting traditional loans. So FHA, the minimum you can put down is 3.5. Traditional, I was going to have to put down maybe 15%. Huge difference. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to find the money. I didn't know how I was going to find the money. So I said, put the offer in. We'll figure it out later. She put the offer in. I was doing like a Christmas party with my job at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember leaving the Christmas party, getting back to my apartment and just crying. And my roommate is like, why are you crying? I'm like, why is everything so hard for me? Like, you hear about people getting properties and they get money back at the table, or they have to put nothing down. I gotta work for every single thing I do. Like, how come it can't be easy for me? Realtor called me the next day. She like, your offer was accepted. I said, oh my God, I gotta come up with this money. Because everybody was denying every.
So you probably like, I ain't had to come up with this money.
I said, oh my God, I gotta go for a walk. So I went for a walk. I think I went to the gym. I called my mom, like my offer was accepted. She was like, yay. And I'm like, yay. And I had no idea how I was going to come up with the money. We getting closer to closing. I still don't know how I'm coming up with the money. And I remember praying. I was like, God, like, if you give me a $30,000 bonus, I'm going to have enough money for this property. But if you give me a $50,000 bonus, I'm going to have enough money for the property and I'll be able to furnish the Airbnb. You know, I walked out of that conversation and she said $53,000 or something was my bonus. That's how I knew that I was doing what I was supposed to be doing because everything was literally working out.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. Wow.
I was still scared though.
That's what's up. Nah,
it was.
I mean, you're going to be scared.
Yeah, I'm still scared.
You're going to be scared.
Yeah.
But you
got to do it afraid.
You're going to have to. You're going to have, you got, what they say? Fear is false evidence appearing real. So if I'm always afraid or if I allow fear to stop me from what I'm supposed to be doing, I ain't going to get to my purpose.
Yeah.
My purpose is more important than anything else.
Yeah.
That's for real. So having that kind of conversation would be great.
I kind of fit in this bracket where I'm like in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So
y'all talking about something dope? Go right there, top of you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Another conversation you might have later on.
Empty, now I'm building some leverage so they don't pimp me. Rest in peace to Pimpsy and the ones that came before. You must salute the ones that had to open up the door. See, I got a junior, call him second coming. Shout out to
Loving it.
I've been cheated on, stolen from, and lied to. Youngin' went that FaceTime. She want me to slide to. She digging my vibe too. But I like to keep.
If I say to you the Black woman experience, what's the first thing that come to your mind?
The first thing that came to my mind?
What was it?
Natural hair. To be honest, I know that ain't probably where you wanted to go with that, but I just
no, we go.
I just pictured
where we
like
to go.
Brown, like beautiful stuff. I don't know.
That's dope.
I know, like the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
If you give me time to think about it, I can probably come up with like something more substantive.
I thought it was kind of what's the first thing coming about? Brown, beautiful stuff, right? No doubt.
And big curly hair. I'm like, ooh, chocolate. Like I smell coconut, like cocoa butter. That's what comes to my mind when I think. Maybe that's just when I think Black women. Black women experience. I think I think like twofold, like joy and pain. I think Black women do a really good job at making the best out of every opportunity and every situation. I also think that Black women experience also comes with like a lot of, you put on a back burner a lot of times. So it's like you like make the best of every situation, but like maybe underappreciate it is the word.
That's real. How does that affect that underappreciation? How does that affect your identity?
How does feeling unappreciated impact your identity? I would say it depends on the person.
Of course. Have you ever felt underappreciated?
Yeah, I felt unappreciated at work. I felt unappreciated in relationships and friendships, in my own business.
Pause on that. What's that like, feeling unappreciated in your own business?
I think working with some clients is easy to feel unappreciated. I think sometimes, I have to be careful with my words here, but I think sometimes it's easy for even your staff to not appreciate the things that you do as well. What is it like? Not fun, but it's like one of those things that it don't stop shit. Yeah. It don't stop no show.
Do you find, this is a little offline, off kilter? I'll get back to the conversation.
Okay, I'm nervous.
No, don't be nervous.
Okay.
Because I had this conversation with somebody recently, just about how when you're on the business owner, entrepreneur side, the consumer doesn't necessarily understand what you're dealing with. It's not their job to.
Yeah.
Right? But it is your job to understand what they're going through.
Yeah.
So there's often a bit of expectation, or this is what you're supposed to do, instead of it actually being an appreciation for what you do. I mean, particularly, working with our folks.
Yeah,
I love my people.
I think that becoming a business owner has given me, I have so much patience for other small businesses now. You ever work with a small business or you be like, how come, or say you how come they only sell Rasta pasta on Tuesdays? That's so dumb. They would make more money if they sold Rasta pasta every day. Now that I'm a business owner, I know if 9 times out of 10, if a business is doing something a certain way, it's a reason that they're doing it. And it's not because they don't recognize that it would be profitable to do something else, but maybe the Rasta pasta person only was available on Tuesdays. Or maybe
they're not going back to the store 3 and 4 times a week.
Yeah, and they can't, or they don't have the resources.
Yeah.
They don't have the resources to do it, or they can't afford the staff that they need to do certain things every day of the week. So they have to be thoughtful about it. Or how come they don't have a number you can call? You can only walk in and do it. Small businesses, running a small business is hard.
It is.
So as a small business owner, I give so much grace now. I just be yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, you do have to be patient with them. I work with a lot of them because media and just talking to them in general. And you have to be patient.
I think you have to be patient. I think you have to understand that, also small businesses that look like us, they're often under-resourced, understaffed, undercapitalized. They don't get as much resources as other businesses.
All of the available, which is why I say people in our community need to be a little bit more understanding with our businesses and our people in our businesses. And I am, because like you said, they don't have the staffing often. They don't have the resources often. They actually not, I'm not going to say on a whim and a prayer, but they're actually out there facing their fears. We're going to go out here and push this business.
Yeah.
No, I don't care what it's going to take. We're going to get out here and do it.
Yeah. If I'm year 3 in my business, don't be comparing me to H&R Block. Huh? They've been around for years. They got systems in place that they've been doing for years.
They systems and
they
staff.
still mess up. And y'all cool with them messing up, but if I mess up, it's a problem.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. They'll be a little bit more lenient even with the big companies. But when you mess up, oh man, hell gonna come down. I'm tired. See, that's why I work with our people. That's why I'm tired of this. And you just yo.
It's really?
Yo, listen. It'd be like that.
Let us cook. Give us time to be able to. And granted, I don't think that it means that you accept bad service from people just because they're a Black business. I think that because some people just do bad business. And sometimes it's not about being under-resourced. Sometimes it's just people just do bad business. But you can usually tell the difference. You can tell when someone is genuine. You can tell when someone is trying. You can tell when the business is going through growing pains. But I hate when people say small businesses or Black-owned business, I don't support them because they're unprofessional. And I'm but
that's not true.
Did you just order Chinese food through a bulletproof glass with somebody who don't speak your language?
Listen.
That's professional to you? That's very unprofessional to me.
You just walked into the hair store and you cannot buy any of this hair without going to get them. So I don't know why.
And they don't even hire people that look like you, but that's professional?
Mm-hmm.
The Chinese store can at least hire somebody to answer the phone that sound like the people that's calling the order, but they won't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's unprofessional?
She's speaking the truth. I really have nothing.
I know that was an offline question.
She's speaking the truth on that one. I can't say nothing on that one. I can't say nothing on that one. Take me to a time, because a lot of times it could appear as people are doing things, Money Honey is good, is your business, is growing, is where it's supposed to. What are those times that you feel like you might have wanted to give it up? And you was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm walking away. and just something pulled you back in?
Okay, I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Oh.
I haven't gotten to a point where I've been like, I'm ready to close the doors. I haven't gotten there. In the very beginning, when I first put in my 2 weeks, I gave them a month. I put in my month's notice. Every day for that month, I was like, did you really just tell these people you quitting your job to start your own business? Like, is it too late to say psych no?
Hey, HR, let me get that back. Let me get that
Like, you
back.
sure I can't come back? And then the day of my last day, I remember texting my manager and being like, hey, like, I don't know if it's a Chipotle I had last night or nerves, but I can't get off the toilet, so I'm going to be late. And my stomach was in knots going to my last day. They bought me cake to celebrate my last day. I was pissed off. I was upset. I felt like everybody was happy but me. Everyone saw like me as being brave, but I didn't feel like anybody recognized it on the other side. In order to be brave at something, it's because you're doing something terrifying. I didn't think anybody recognized the terror. So it was in those moments where I'm like, am I doing the right thing? Should I do the right thing? Like, should I just say like, never mind? Should I back out of this? Because it's not too late. I can probably be like, actually, I changed my mind. Like, it's cool. So in the very, very, very beginning, I think most of my thoughts were more about not starting. Since I've been in it, I've been grateful enough that I haven't really thought about updating my resume. Like, I haven't really thought about it. I may have joked, like, I'm about to go update my resume, but I've had moments that have brought me to tears. I had moments that, like, I've had to call my mom crying, like, why am I finding out this information, like, in the middle of tax season? Like, I was just telling B, like, this didn't make me cry, but changing staff in the middle of tax season, like, wondering, like, the constant feeling of wondering when it's going to feel easy. But so far, like, nothing, even though it's still hard, I still see the progression of things getting easier.
For sure. One
of my friends that I don't want to say complain to about, but vent to about, sent me a post on Instagram the other day, and it was like, the post said you did meet your goal, but then you changed the goalpost. And I think that, like, for me, it's in that continuing to strive harder or strive more where, like, it comes from. I have a goal with my business to, like, I want to be able to hire people full time. I want to be able to give them livable wages. I want to be able to give them benefits. That's what I think my small business is here for. I want to create cultures and spaces where people feel like it was created for them, and not spaces where we walk into and we're trying to assimilate to. That's a challenge. That's hard. The hardest part about business for me is when someone comes to me and say, hey, Khadija, like, I love working for you, but you can't pay me enough. I have to go somewhere else. Like, that's the stuff that hurts me. Or like having people on my team that get help with the assistance with the state, and then you find out food stamps is being cut off, right? Like, for that period, it's like, how come I'm not running a business that can do more for these people? Yeah. And those have been the most frustrating moments for me. Not even, like, I want to be able to do more for myself. You tell my team all the time, they be like, the only thing I talk about is getting new floors in my apartment. That's all I've been talking about. I need new floors. I hate my carpet. I need new floors. But the moments that are most detrimental to me are the moments when I realize that, like, what I'm building has not been able to help me impact as many people as I want to in a way that I want just yet. But I haven't hit the moment where I'm like, I gotta close the doors. That hasn't. I hope I never get that feeling, but yeah.
I'm glad you answered that the way that you did, as much depth as you talked about, because people don't talk about the struggles of a small business owner. Like, those struggles are real.
Yeah, it's real.
It's real. Somebody being like, hey, like, you walking along, everything's cool. You coming in on a Friday, making your payroll. Somebody being like, you know what? I love you. You're my peoples, but I got to go.
And the only thing I can say is I get it. Like, I understand. Because, like,
because you do. You probably been there too.
Because you need more money.
Yeah.
And, like,
and there's nothing you can do about it. You want to do something about it.
And if I could, I would. Yeah. And I'm grateful enough that I know my team trusts me. Like, they know that, like, if I could,
you would.
Because he didn't come to me like, Khadija, you have to pay me more money. That wasn't the conversation. It was like, hey, like, I need to make more money, so I have to start looking for another job. Because I think they believe that, like, you know, I would be paying them the most that I could pay them. So, yeah, I wish it was programs out there that covered more salary, like salary gaps. Like, if I can agree to pay somebody $20 an hour and then the city come in and pay them another $10 on top of that, then people making $30 an hour, that would be the help that a small business
These are the solutions these are the progressive solutions that we need, City of Philadelphia, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brilliant, because, right, that's what needs to be filled.
And they'll give a tax credit, but, like, that's not life-changing to people. Like, I need something that, like, can allow me to help me still run a business, not bleed the business, and have people compensated well and want to be able to show up well.
I mean, that's the way I feel too. That's the way I feel.
What's good, family? It's your boy Jimmy Bonds, host of the Jimmy Bonds Podcast, reminding you to check us out each and every weekday at 8 a.m. on PhiladelphiaRadio.com. Again, that's PhiladelphiaRadio.com. You also can check us out on each and every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on WPEB Radio, 88.1 FM, 95.1 FM, West Philadelphia. You also can check us out on all your podcast platforms. That's Apple, that's Spotify, that's iHeart, or wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you also follow us and subscribe on all your YouTube platforms. At TikTok, that's at Jimmy Bonds Podcast. Instagram, at Jimmy Bonds Podcast. YouTube, at Jimmy Bonds Podcast. Follow, subscribe, like all that good stuff. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all support. We're going to keep this thing moving. So until the next episode, you can find us on Good Hope Road. Screaming, stay up. Don't sleep in your dreams. I'm Jimmy Bonds. Shout out to the squad. And we out. Peace.
Where is Khadija and Money Honey in 5 years?
In 5 years?
5 years. Come on, speak into existence. Let's tell the people where we gonna be. Where we gonna be, Khadija? Come on, I'm going with you. Where we going?
Jimmy, you're not gonna like this answer because I don't know. I had to explain this to somebody. Like, one thing that I learned last year about entrepreneurship is that if you allow God to blow your mind, He will. And so many things have happened for me that I would have never been able to cook up 5 years ago to tell you how it would get here now.
Well,
I pray that I don't have the mental capacity to think about where I'm going to be, and I'm just going to be there. Like, I've just been being so obedient and doing what it is that I need to do, and so many doors have been open. I've been getting, like, the city contract. If you would have asked me to put together a business plan and tell you where I was going to be, how I was going to be being able to pay these people, how I got 2 offices right now. Was that on the plan? It wasn't. It really wasn't. But like,
and this soon?
And this soon. And it was like, okay, the how is not up to me. Like, it's just stuff be happening. So we're in Money Honey in 5 years, definitely more full-time staff. Everybody with benefits. And by benefits, I mean like good PTO, dental, vision, health.
She said mental,
vacation.
dental, and vision. Yes, mental is in there. Yes, that mental is key. That has to be in there just as much as medical and dental, all that, and vision, all that. We need to make sure
that they got
the 4 fours.
That everything will be able to cover their mental health too, right? We need them to be able to have therapy. That's the mental part of it.
The mental part of it.
I'll say, in 5 years from now, I would like Money Honey to own its own space as opposed to renting its space.
That's real.
I can see that in 5 years.
That's real.
I want to see Money Honey serving less clients, but more expensive ones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I thought you would say more quality over quantity.
Yeah. And also continuing to do more in the community. So like last year, we were able to do a book bag drive. We were able to give away 10 book bags. I can't wait until that 10 is 100, that 100 is 1,000. But then for the next 5 years, I hope Money Honey also has like a nonprofit arm where a lot of the teaching and stuff that we're doing, people can donate towards it. So I'll say like bigger picture. Like I can't give you a revenue number. I can tell you that like people like running a business that allows people to live quality lives here, ownership of property for Money Honey as well, and happy clients.
And happy clients?
And happy clients.
What about happy Khadija?
That's all going to make Khadija happy. That's all going to make Khadija happy. Let's see, Khadija personally in 5 years from now, how old am I? Maybe I'll pop a baby out by then. Maybe. We'll see. That's it. That's all I got.
Don't be rushing that. That turn your whole life around. 5
years from now? Oh, no, I'm 32. I'm not 33 yet. Yeah, maybe I'll be married. Who knows? We'll see.
Maybe. That's what's up.
Listen, you gotta allow God to blow your mind, right?
I mean,
in every aspect.
You speak about that as being, part of the Black woman experience. I got 2 more questions for you. You mentioned it definitely through our whole conversation. How important is faith to you?
Okay, it's so important. And recently, my prayer has been I've been praying for more of a desire for faith, right? Like a desire to read the Bible, a desire to go to church, a stronger appetite for it. And it's been there. It's been there. I would like wake up every morning, I read my Bible. I don't understand half the stuff I be reading, but I be reading
the Hebrew version.
Listen,
Read the good Hebrew version.
It don't matter what. I don't think I be trying to read the most basic versions. And still, then I listen to the summary and I'm like, that's what y'all read. There's no way we was reading the same thing. There's no way we was reading the same thing. But I think so. I would say my faith is really important to me. I don't think that I would be here without it. Like I remember, I'm always crying, right? I'm a crybaby. So I remember crying senior year. I think I had got like an offer to...
When's your birthday?
In January.
January what?
20th. I'm the first day of Aquarius. I'm on the cusp.
That's why you a crybaby.
Oh, that makes sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah. So I'm a crybaby.
Because I'm a 25th. So
okay. You a crybaby too?
I'm on Aquarius. I'm a 25th.
Okay.
So we cry together. Come on, hold my hand. Let's cry for a second. We just gonna cry it out. Because we need to cry sometimes. Because crying is good for you. Anybody that said it's not, you're lying.
It's so
crying
good for
is good for you, okay?
So I remember one year, senior year. I remember one day, senior year, I called my mom crying because I had I was choosing between internship offers between JP Morgan Chase and Goldman Sachs. And I called my mom crying and I'm like, Mom, this is crazy because if any person who studies social sciences or social studies or sociology, they were to look at who Khadija Bingham was as just a data point, they would never tell you or expect that any of the things that's happening for me to be happening, right? Like I grew up, my dad didn't graduate from high school. My dad is a janitor. My mom worked for the IRS in a customer service unit. Like she didn't go back to school until years later. My trajectory is not supposed to be graduating with 3 degrees from Penn State at one time, people fighting over, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, fighting over me. And I was like, that's when I knew that it didn't matter what anybody said about me. It only mattered what God had to say about me. And that was the moment where I started to realize that. So I think that that's when my faith became important, because if I looked at what everything looked like it was supposed to be like, I would have made totally different choices. I would have ended up at Comcast, which isn't a bad place to end up at, but he needed me somewhere else. He really needed me somewhere else. Because when I applied, everywhere I applied, it was like deny. Anything in New York, I got accepted to. Anything.
You're supposed to be there.
Anything. But you got to follow. I could have not went. I could have just not took a job.
Yeah,
I could have said, you're just going to stay home and figure it out. Right? But
take that risk, though.
You got to be obedient.
Yeah.
So I'll say my faith is really important to me because don't be happening how you think it should. And I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that.
I definitely know.
But I got to trust that too when things don't work the way I want it to work.
Yeah.
On the flip side, I got to trust that I'm being protected with every no that I'm getting too.
Because even when you want that yes and you get a no, you're probably supposed to get that no. Even though you thought it was supposed to be a yes. Like how I said that.
Mm-hmm. We follow.
Yeah.
We follow.
It'd be like that sometimes. I said two more. I got 2 more questions. What does this Khadija tell the younger Khadija about how much she has grown from that version to now?
Okay, I just want the younger Khadija to know that everybody that said dark-skinned girls was not cute, they lied to you.
They sure did.
And the dark-skinned girls are winning. I think that when I was little, I really struggled with feeling pretty and feeling beautiful. And I allowed the world to make me feel like I was less than because I was a chocolate girl. The chocolate girls be eating it up. So that's really what I want to tell little Khadija, because little Khadija never had any doubt about success. And I think it was because of that. Because I didn't feel pretty all the time, I knew that what I could lean into was my smarts. I'd be like, yeah, but she ain't smarter than me. Such and such, but they ain't smarter than me. So I knew that that's what I could hide behind. So little Khadija always knew she would be successful. I don't think that little Khadija ever would have thought that she would be confident and be able to show up in spaces and feel beautiful, or even wear lipstick that's a bright color. So I should have wore red lipstick. Little Khadija, you wear it now. You be wearing red lipstick sometimes. So that's the message I would want to tell to little Khadija. And just any of the chocolate girls out there that might feel like they ain't it, I'm letting y'all know. The chocolate girls is it.
And I just chocolate women. I'm telling you, listen, don't sleep on chocolate women. Everybody like cream, but I'm telling you, that chocolate, that dark chocolate, do you right.
Period.
I'm just saying. What do you want to say to the Black women out there who are living the experience themselves. What types of words of encouragement or motivation would you want to give them?
Yeah, I'll just say like two things. One was meant for you won't miss you. So that's something that has like literally taken me through every no that I've ever received, truly believing that like if it's meant for me, it won't miss me. And I think that my life is proof that what's meant for you won't miss you, because the stuff that, well, I got a lot of no's, I got a lot of strong, I think I got more no's than I've gotten yeses, but the yeses have been so strong. So I've been so grateful. And then I'll also say, do it afraid. I think that like fear is normal. We just can't let it stop us. It's normal to be afraid to do something big. It's normal to be afraid to do something small. Just don't let that fear stop you from not starting at all. I think way too often we feel like things have to be perfect before we try, and that is not the case at all. I like to think of like the Uber model. Like how many versions of Uber did we see? Like they put something out, they got feedback, and then they went out and they do it again. We need to do the same thing, because I think that when us as Black women are in leadership roles, when we're running businesses, when we're empowered, we take care of everybody in the community. So yeah, don't be afraid. Do it afraid. Not don't be afraid, because it's okay to be afraid, but don't let fear stop you, and do it afraid.
Do it afraid. I love it. Do it afraid. Do it like do it. Be scared, but do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Where can they find you? Let's get them plugs going.
Yeah, so you can find me on social media. So on Instagram, you can find my personal page at Need a Khadija, because everybody needs a Khadija. That's Need a Khadija. You can find my business on Instagram as well at moneyhoney.fin. That's really the best place to find me, to be honest. If you're looking for tax services, you can head to our website, www.moneyhoneyfinancial.com. But social media has the links to everything. It has the links to our podcast, our YouTube, our website, and the other Instagram pages.
They got some stuff on there, I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she's good. Obviously, she knows what she's doing.
You need a Khadija.
I'm
everybody needs a Khadija.
I just had to ask questions. She was just, it was her show today. I just had to ask a question.
Me, yo.
I mean, I just was like, show up. I kind of knew what I was getting. I was, you talk to somebody about, yeah, she gonna be good. I ain't worried about that one. Sometimes you get people there, you be like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta pull teeth on this one.
You know what? I'm not wrong. I'm wrong. You did prep me. You
I did. What I say?
Don't come over there all dry. So, all right. You always see me after a long day of work. I promise. I'm not going to be dry. Was I dry?
Not at all.
Okay, good.
Not at all. No, I thank you for coming. I ask all the guests when they come on, what was your experience on being on the podcast? What would you say?
I loved it. I told you, when you turned up. Samaya? Is your name Samaya? Samaya hit that record button. He turned up.
We turned on.
Yeah, listen, great experience. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, I love it.
Thanks for having me.
Thank y'all.
Bring me back any other time.
She right next door. We're going to bring her back more frequent. Hey, I got some money questions. Come sit over here and talk to me about this money stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to have to tell you to book an appointment.
Well, you going to book an appointment?
Yeah.
I'm not going to barge in. I'll bring coffee. I'll bring coffee and nuggets. Okay, here we are.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Always. Well, fam, let's go wrap the show. And as we close the conversation, let this be a reminder that Black woman experience is not just one story. It's layered, generational, evolving, and deeply personal. Here, we don't just define it for you. We let the Black woman define it for themselves. So I want to thank you for witnessing, for listening, and honoring the power, softness, the resilience, and the brilliance of Black women. So until the next episode, you can find us on Good Hope Road, screaming, stay up, don't sleep on your dreams. For my sister Khadija, for the squad in the building, shout out to Samaya, shout out to Deontay, and my lady, shout out to B in the building. I'm Jimmy Bonds, and we out. Peace.
I let you buy the bar, I gotta pay off my mortgage. Jimmy Bonds, man, the truth. Stay up on some new shit. Stay up in some new kicks. Stay about the news clips.